All right, guys, a friend of mine decided to get a bay window, and he was like, hey, it's got a few dents in it. And so let's take a look at it and see what you guys think. So the front end has this problem here. Yeah, let's back up and look at that. That's a dent. Yeah, pretty bad there. But it's got some really cool patina. And it's got a nice look to it. So this side here looks kind of nice. So what we're going to do today is we're going to wash this thing up. And then we're going to do some PDR, paintless dent removal. And try to get, I'm not going to do like regular full-on PDR where you can't see anything, no hammer marks or anything. I'm just going to kind of get it out pretty nice and try and make it look, you know, like a nice old bus. But this side here is kind of rough, isn't it? What do you guys think here? Let's look inside. So it's pretty clean. Not a lot of rust. Just some surface rust in here. We know how to take care of that. So we're going to clean that up for him. It's got some of the inside stripped out of here. It's actually going to put some wood paneling in the interior. So he's going to do that later. And he kind of wants a camper. So we're going to turn this into a camper. It did come with all the seats. He had original seats on it. So I don't know what he's going to do with those, but we're going to turn this into like a camper interior. So you can camp in it. So anyway, let's take a look at what we can do. The wheels are kind of ugly, huh? And we'll take those off and give them a little paint. That'll make the whole thing look good. Do that. And the rest of it, just kind of hammer out some of these dents. So we'll get on that, guys. Stick around. I start out washing this thing up a little bit, and I'll let you guys watch the transformation from this to a pretty darn nice looking van. I think we can do it. What do you guys think? Think we can make it look good? Let's give it a shot. Got it? Here, let's get it wet again. Here, come over here.
Yeah, no, come on.
Okay. Make it clean.
Right.
You think it's going to be clean when we're done?
Yeah.
All right, Thomas, let's have you spray this off for me here. Hey, you gotta get the water to come out. Well, there you go. All right. Not too much in the window. Okay. So here. Whoa. Not in the window. Hold on. You turn it off again. All right, guys, let me show you a little trick I learned for many years ago. We used to call this a comet bath. What this does is it takes off all that oxidation, kind of your backyard method of buffing. So we'll do a section here. While it's wet, could use a little more water. Let me dunk this thing. Hang on a second. So while it's wet, we'll hit it with this. This is a really fine scrubby pad. It's not really. It's kind of fun. My grandson Thomas got here. You guys got to see. That's who that was. It's kind of a special treat. I didn't know he was coming. It was not planned out. This is all just the way it is. So you take this, scrub it down. So we're going to get this thing to look like a nice, presentable bus. And I'm done here. You can do too much of this. Well, you can't do too much. Scrub her down really good. Let's rinse this thing off real quick. Take a look at it. Gives it a nice clean patina. I like to do the rust areas. Let me show you the rust areas too, because it kind of scrubs off that stained rust around where they are. Looks like they drove this thing through a fence or something. We got this side done. You know, this is cleaned up pretty good. You can see it looks a whole lot better. What we're going to do right now is we're going to start pushing out some of the dents. I'm kind of working the shade. It's a little hot today, so I'm going to start pushing out some of these dents. I'll set up the camera over here somewhere where you guys can see, and then you guys can watch this thing kind of come back to life. All right, so I'll put you guys right here for now. I got the porta power inside. Right here, we're using the porta power. We're going to push this out in the front, do the best I can. It's not really very accessible. It's going to be a little harder to kind of make real perfect, but we're just kind of want it to the headlights go down the road straight and that sort of thing, because right now they're kind of crooked. So you can see this one here is kind of pointing that way, so that's not good. So it's got to get that a little more further out. So yeah, I'll set you guys over here. We'll take a look. You guys can watch. All right, so what I did is I took these 4 spray cans. I used some of the sand pebble, a little bit of this yellow, some white and black, and I sprayed them into a Dixie cup right here. And I've been touching up some of these scratches just like this. The color's a little off. It dries out similar, but it's a little off, but it just makes it look so much better. We will take a look at it in the whole thing at once. Second, just putting a little bit of paint on these things. There's a little bit of wind, guys. Sorry. Actually, a lot of wind. Just putting a little bit of paint on all these little spots. It makes it look so much better. You won't believe it. You guys really won't believe it. So we'll take a look. Just going to touch up a little bit more. I've been touching up all around. Even though, like I said, the color's a little off. Some of these are even worse. I straightened it out. I got the color. I was adjusting the color. Getting it really pretty close. I mean, it just looks better than a rust spot. It just makes it look wholesome. And like a wind is not helping. It wasn't windy like yesterday, thank goodness. Because this is Krylon, so Krylon is lacquer, and the lacquer dries really fast and doesn't brush very good. But I like how it dries really fast. Alright, so you can see that one is almost gone. There's a few that show up more than others. Like my color was a little off over here. I don't know if you can see. It was a little off over there. I was just adjusting it and I started getting it closer. And it's okay if it's a little off. It's better that it's off. It just, when you stand back and look at it, you'll see in a second, a lot of this stuff just kind of goes away and makes it look like a clean daily, you know, just like a clean old bus that was well taken care of. We know a little different than that, so we'll take another look over here, do some more. Right, you guys ready for the final walk around? Let's check out the big difference here. All right, guys, so what a difference, huh? That little bit of paint on there just kind of hides all that stuff. Even though, like I said, the color isn't perfect, it doesn't really need to be. It had all those large scratches from the rust, and it just didn't look good. So I decided to make some stuff up, weld up all the holes here, just put a little paint over them. Kind of hides those back a little bit. All those big giant scratches in the side now just like look like little door dings. So when you walk up, you think, wow, that's a nice clean bus there. We know a little different, don't we? So the thing where if you guys ever use those slow moving vehicle stickers, don't leave them on your car. It was starting to rust behind there because put it on, use it, take it back off every time, because it's not a sticker, it's actually a magnet. It'll start to stick to the paint and it'll start to cause problems. So we had to take that off and actually clean behind it. He's gonna have a big motor in this thing and some transmission gear, so I don't think he's gonna need that sticker or that slow moving vehicle ID. Remember, we had some big dents in this side here. Some of them I couldn't reach. I was trying to reach inside and get them, couldn't get them out. Remember this big monster? This was really bad right here, and got that to look pretty good. We went up in the attic in the garage. I had gotten a bunch of bay window parts a long time ago, and I had all the moldings except for the two corners sitting up there just collecting dust. So we kind of donated those to the project here. And so scratches again, they had really dark red rust in them, so you know, we want the scratches and things to still be there, but not so terrible that it just looked really bad. So some nice used hubcaps on there they had laying around. I mean, that looks like a clean patina driver right there. To me it does. What do you guys think? Love to see your comments. Make sure you like the video, please. Thank you for doing that. And the front end, you know, the hardest part about pushing out a front end like this is you can't see where you're pushing. You just kind of guess, well, maybe I'm pushing out here. So you get a couple kinks in places you don't want to, so covering those up with a little paint really kind of helped out make it. When you get up there, first walk up, you don't notice it. Again, look at this side. This dent here had a heavy stretch in it, so it would need heat to kind of bring that back, to shrink it. So I wasn't able to get that out all the way, but at least we got it to where it didn't look as bad as it did. Still got to put the glass back in. He's going to put some disc brakes on this and use this as a camper inside. We're going to convert it. We're also going to put some paint on that floor, even though it's treated right now. We're going to put some oil-based paint on there. We'll do that off camera. We don't need you guys to be waiting for that. So, anyway, it's not a bad looking bus now. It looks like clean driver. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this little difference in the bucket truck. We'll continue that with that here. Talk to you in the next one.